Half a century ago, Leonard Traub left his home in North Dakota to stake a claim on an uncharted sales frontier, founding Alberta Wilbert Sales in a small office at 146th Street and 118th Avenue in Edmonton. Burial vaults were hardly big business in 1967, so it was largely up to Traub to stoke the market, convincing funeral directors that the sealed concrete vaults were a good idea. It wasn't easy. In its first year, the new business found itself significantly in the red.
It was a difficult time. Wilt McBride said to me, "Son, you told me what you were going to do. I'll tell you, don't do it. Go back home."
What made him successful was the fact that he had ambitions, and he kept going.
Man, I'll tell you, I think I came to Canada at 215 pounds. In 6 months, I was down 165. And there were Saturdays and Sundays that I would have to be down there and stripping forms and working, depending on what inventory we had.
Most people that are successful have this ability to carry on against adversity, against all kinds of things, the economy, people problems, all of the things that come into a person's business life. And they deal with it. No matter how tough it is, they keep going. And you'd have to say that for sure about Leonard Traub.
In 1969, Traub added septic tanks to his product line, and a year later moved the company to its present-day manufacturing facility at 170th Street and 129th Avenue. Always determined to improve on existing technology, he later worked with a researcher at the University of Minnesota to develop a septic system that would perform better in Alberta's cold climate and varying soil conditions. Traub also reached out to an old friend in South Dakota, Clarence Jostin, who had devised a round, 8-foot diameter precast water cistern. Building upon this circular tank design, the company developed a revolutionary rink-top design in the late 1990s, the only manufacturer to do so. These popular innovations resulted in brisk sales, and Alberta Wilbert was now on the road to success. Refusing to rest on laurels, the company consistently improved its product, always pouring concrete indoors for maximum quality and introducing more sizing options as homes grew larger. It also began offering free software to its customers, a program that could calculate the ideal sewage system for any job. While the systems themselves became more complex, the Awesome Pro software package simplified the design and made the permitting process easier.
We've always been trying to innovate new and better things, always trying to get that extra edge upon our competition, get one step ahead of them.
Alberta Wilbert Sales has always stressed that we have the strongest concrete. We first started out with 30 MPa. Now we're stressing 40 MPa. All of our competitors are now saying that they're either 35 or 40 MPa. Everyone just always seems to be following our lead.
Alberta Wilbert, we do the best concrete. We always make sure that we're on top of everything. We're like the Cadillac of the septic tanks. We don't like to cut corners. We always like to, if we come up with a problem, there's always trying to figure out what the solution is.
It is instilled that we still have to have the best of the best product, no matter what, and he does not take those shortcuts to make a cheaper product and make it attainable in the economy that we're in right now.
To me, there's only one goal, and that's to be the best and to offer our contractors quality product and quality service so they can go out and do their job and position themselves to be the best in the industry.
The staff that Alberta Wilbert Sales have is what keeps me coming back. They're eager to help. They're one of the most professional staff that I have ever dealt with.
A very honest company and try to go out of their way to satisfy their customer.
Honest, and he's just all around good guy. You ask him something and he's bent over backwards.
He always made you feel that you were important. How big or small your business was, it was important.
I found it very easy to deal with Leonard, and he was very encouraging and supportive of a new business. And after dealing with him, I found him very dependable and reliable. And the best part is they stand behind their product.
Alberta Wilbert Sales always has employees that basically stand by the product and as well as are open to discussion and make you feel as a friend of the family.
It's definitely a good product, but more than that, the service here is what keeps me here.
The service at Wilbert is excellent. Everything is always top notch. They're always on time. Trucks are in good shape. We've done business with them for years and years and years, and it stays consistent too.
As precast tank sales became an increasingly important part of Alberta Wilbert's bottom line, Traub refused to abandon his clients in the funeral business. After all, his reputation and his company's culture were built on serving an industry where there is simply no excuse for getting things wrong.
Leonard likes to remind us that you can never be late for a funeral.
A person's mother only dies once, and it's got to be perfect. Funeral we can't be late, we've got to do the best we can for the family.
Service is ingrained in us. That has kind of permeated both of our divisions. Obviously the funeral service, as well as the water and wastewater, the tank side.
I think that there's an absolute trust factor between Wilbert and their clients, their customers.
The culture here is being honest. Make sure that whatever the customer wants, he gets. You know, if you can't get it, then try and find a source where you can get it. Keep your customer happy.
How are you? Do I get a hug? How are you?
Most of our contractors, we know them personally. Relationships are vital to the success of Alberta Wilbert Sales.
Our customers are what make us who we are. Without our customers, we wouldn't be here.
From its modest start, Alberta Wilbert Sales has grown to become one of the largest, most influential businesses in the industry. What that growth doesn't tell you is the reason for the company's success. It's people, and a recognition that nothing in business is more important than carefully nurturing relationships and fostering a culture of family. Today, the average employee has 10 years of service. Some have 30.
Our foremen in the plants, Kwan and Lam, combined, I believe now they're probably over 65 years of experience. They know concrete, they know tanks. We have people that have been here a long time and people that are passionate about what they do, as well as they're passionate about each other and the company. And when you can all work together, sharing that same passion, sky's the limit.
It feels like a family to me. Every morning we happy to see each other, joking around, a little bit crazy, but fun, lots of fun. Yeah.
I still feel like I'm a kid. I'm young. I have fun coming to work every day, right? And I think work is a challenge. And when that happens, you just feel young.
The nucleus of the workforce here has always been here. It's always been reliable. These guys, they show up to work every morning. We all do our thing. We go home at night, and I think everybody's satisfied with what they've accomplished all day.
It speaks volumes of Leonard's commitment to the staff, to the contractors, to our customers. He cares about me and my family, and he cares about all the guys in the back and their families, and he always has. And I think it's that circle, if you will, that keeps people here.
A good employee cares about me, so why wouldn't I care about him or her? It's easy to reciprocate with people that I think that care about their future, their work.
He cares about the employees, he cares about the customers, he cares about that we do proper jobs, that we're not just out there collecting a paycheck.
You know, he's gone from about 3 employees when I met him to about 70 today. It's really remarkable that a person in a business like this can keep employees for as long as he has. Some of them have never worked anywhere else.
I'm appreciative for everything that's happened here, that's for sure. So I look forward to coming to work every day.
It's important to celebrate the milestones, and this one speaks volumes. So pause for a moment and take it all in. Bask in a remarkable legacy and congratulate each other for those individual contributions that made it all possible.
50 years is a hard anniversary to get to. That means that if you started when you're 25, you're 75.
To run a business for 50 years and to go from a 1-bay commercial building to 20 acres doesn't come easily.
This company's been in business longer than I've been alive. That's a huge accomplishment.
That's a long stretch, and it says a lot about Leonard
It says a lot about the people that work at Alberta Wilbert. It's not just Leonard. He led the company, but he didn't do it all. Having all the competent staff that Alberta Wilbert has today has made it to 50. Without them, it wouldn't be what it is today.
Len, over the past 50 years, has supported a lot of families, the people that work for him. He keeps the doors open and keeps us going all the time. And we're all very gracious for that.
He's built a great enterprise here and established Alberta Wilbert Sales as the leader in this area and probably one of the biggest operations in that industry in North America.
It's grown, but it really hasn't changed a lot. The culture is the same. I hope he can celebrate 70 years of Alberta Wilbert. I think he's got it in him to keep going.
We have a great team of people in Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg, and Penhold. We are going to be one heck of a company in 50 years.
There's just no end, right? Another 50 years will be nothing.
The 50 years has been built by the customers. I certainly want to thank them for making us a success. I think probably I'm one of the luckiest people alive because for 50 years I've been doing something I like. And it just seems to be yesterday. 50 years has been a great time for me, and it really went fast.